let's talk about Eve Echoes, and let's discuss the solution for Plex, new players, and tech level. Hello and welcome everybody. This is a series that I started a long time ago. I'm not sure why I didn't continue, but here goes. If you're new to this channel, then you might want to subscribe and hit that like button. Because if you play this game, then I will tell you that this channel gives away most chips by a long shot. I also host a couple of events here and there, now and then. Now this is also a type of podcast thing, you know, I just sit here, talk right into the mic. I do not really have a script, I will just talk and talk and talk, and if it's too much then I might cut some, but otherwise it's gonna be cut free. But anyway, let's just discuss the Plex. Now Plex is a pilot license extension or something, so it's pretty much like you're paying for your ability to be able to fly ships. That is Plex. This is the golden currency in this game that hand in hand with AUR is pretty much the same thing, but the AUR is for people who want to pay with real money, and Plex is something that you can get from ISK, Interstellar Space Credits, in the game. Now Plex is a commodity that rising together with the value of player income. Basically it is Tech 10 income. And Tech 10 is players who've been in the game in at least 2 years. Now since more and more use capital ships to make money, then the average income gets higher and higher in this game. And this average income is directly correlated with Plex. So the Plex will rise higher and higher and higher. Now what we have seen is that the Plex went from 8,000 ISK to 40,000 ISK in just a week 3 years ago. Then it jumped to 100k, and then within a year it was 1 million. Then within second year we got it to about 4 million. And now in the last half year it went up to 7. Now this is not only because players make more money in the game with all the new anomalies, all the new ships that we got, you know, all the capitals, but it's also because Net is doing some bad stuff. Basically they're selling stuff cheaper for AUR than if you buy it with Plex. This results in players not selling their AUR for Plex. So people buying AUR and they hold the AUR because converting it to Plex makes you lose money. This means that there's less Plex on the market than it should be, and ergo the Plex goes up in price even more. And now it's, as I say, 7 million. It's gonna keep rising. With the next update that they have, they probably release some more, you know, stuff that you can buy for AUR, or you can buy it with Plex, which basically means that people buy it with Plex and Plex disappears from the market again. So even if you are Tech 10, you might even feel that it's hard to farm if you want to be free to play, because the prices are going up so much. Now as a Tech 10 player, I have no problem keeping this up. There's many people out there who has no problem keeping up the, you know, getting the 3 or 4 billion each month just to pay for your Omega. But sure, there are people who have problems with it, and the Plex shouldn't be the problem. A healthy game should have a Plex price that goes up all the time because everyone makes more money. So that's not the biggest issue here. The biggest issue is for new players. New players who are going into this game and making 8 million in 5 hours, or, you know, 10 million in 5 hours. Or even if they are maybe Tech 8, they make 10 million an hour, they will never get to the Plex prices we have today. So it's impossible to try and be even the basic Omega. But there is a solution for new players. I don't think netties have heard about it. I have been talking about it before, but I will talk about it again. But we need a way to let them be able to feel that they gain stuff as they play, and for their time and for their effort, they should be able to provide for at least basic Omega, even if they're new players. And I do not think that making Plex less valuable, you know, to buy their Omega, it's not a viable way either. Instead, I think we should implement a new thing. And yeah, I know, more and more currency, but this currency is temporary. I would like to implement something that we could call Silver Plex instead of the golden one. It would be a non-tradable currency for new players. This one would be given out through the free Concord pass, all the way up to, if we keep the tech level, to tech level 9, or maybe 8. And I do not know, but maybe depending on how active you are in the game, doing all your Concord pass, being active online, so that you can activate your Omega at the end of the month. And now maybe if you are extra active, maybe you could get like standard Omega. Now this all could be discussed with netties about what could be available or could be possible to get for them. But I think that implementing this would remove some stress for people over, the stress of actually playing, saving money just to pay for your basic Omega and not even put the money into ships or items. Now this solution also makes anyone able to play this game for free as long as they are active enough. So this solution would actually make players be able to save more risk for the needed Tech 10 or the needed Tech 9, and also afford to buy new ships as they learn to play this game. Now I have a tech level solution in my player retention podcast video, but I will explain it a little bit here, like briefly. So the tech level was pretty good in the beginning. We all started from tech level 1. Within a day or two we were tech level 2, I think, and it went on from there. No one flew the biggest ship like the first week. We all had to train. It was good. The first year, maybe the first 2 years, I think it was good. Now this last year, since I started, on day 1, I've been tech 10 for over a year, even more I guess. The tech level now, if you start the game, is an issue. With all the information we have on internet, like on YouTube, all information that people know, quicker way to learn the game, most players who want to stay in the game don't stop playing the game because they can't afford a ship. They stop playing the game because they cannot fly the ships that they want to fly. And when they look at the time, it's a couple of years ahead. I mean, imagine that yourself, like you're playing a game and you want to do some stuff that you see other people do on YouTube, or you want to play with your friends, and they have the ships that will take you in real time years just to wait to be able to fly. Even if you have the money, even if they had the money in the wallet right now, even if they had the money in the real wallet, like real money, they could just buy Plex, right? Or AUR, sell the Plex and just get themselves like a carrier. But they can't fly it because they are not the tech level. So netties actually lose money on this. I would not tell you to do this because you probably wouldn't know how to fly it. You need time in this game to learn the game, so do not feel that you have to rush anything in the game. But also, I do not think that you need 2 years to be able to fly a cap. So what about a solution for the tech level? Now the tech level, in my opinion, never made any sense. I felt when we reached tech 10, I was hoping for a tech 11 or a tech 12 or 13 and so on. Because when you reach tech 10, you're at the top. There's no more goals, right? And I felt, we need more goals. We need another tech level and another tech level. And the game would expand like this. But since the game didn't do this, when we stopped at tech 10, they actually implemented an end game in a game that shouldn't have end game. So I think that we should change the tech level totally. We should have a beginner tech, we should have an advanced tech, and we should have an elite tech. So it matches the skills. The beginner tech should give access to all the trainer ships, for example. And the insurance should cover all the ships as they do today. Maybe even better. We should also implement more trainer ships, of course, than we have. Now, how long this beginner tech should be, I don't know. Probably maybe a month. Yeah, a month is pretty good. Then you should go to the advanced tech. The advanced tech should have access to all the ships below capitals, but the insurance should cut in half. So you will lose twice as much when you die. And I'm not even talking about, I have a video about insurance, how I would like to fix insurance. And of course that would also apply to this, but right now I'm talking about the situation we have today and a solution to today. Now in my situation with the insurance talk that I had, this would be a little bit different, but just so you know. So anyway, that would be the advanced tech. So anyway, the advanced tech should be, I don't know, maybe half a year to at max a year. At max. I think half year is pretty good. So you get 1 month of beginner, and then you got about 6 months of advanced tech, and then you should go into elite tech. And the elite tech should remove all insurance we have today, or at least implement a specific ship insurance. That would mean that you would insure a specific ship for a specific price. This would mean that if you would not lose your ship and decide to sell it, you would lose that ISK that you put into the insurance. This will make you hesitate to insure some ships, and the ships that you know that you will be fighting with, you most likely wanna put some insurance money on it. Now having this tech level I think would be a huge thing in the game. It would not only fix so that new players will get into the game quicker and have more fun, it would also help them to learn the game with not losing too much as they get more out of the insurance. Together with a PLEX solution, they would not be affected by our golden PLEX in any way until they are elite tech. This means that they could put all the money, all the effort into buying new ships and having a good time in the game. As soon as they reach elite tech, they should be able to go out and farm for 1 hour to 10 hours a week to pay for a whole month without no problem. It still would be a grind until you get into capitals, but that's the way the game should be. It shouldn't be free and easy. It could be hard and free, and easy and not free. But in a way, this was me just sitting here talking about another solution, another issue. If you want me to cover something else, then let me know in the comments. And until then, I'll see you guys again.